What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and we are gonna talk about Bitcoin. We're gonna start out in the bigger time frames, work our way down all the way down to the 1 hour. And then we're gonna take a look at Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP. Though, as you guys know, those charts are super old and they are sitting around resistance right now. So we're gonna talk about a lot here. One thing I do want to say though is I see so much hateful comments to the bulls, just like you see hateful comments to the bears when, it goes up a little bit. Guys, never take anyone's, what they're saying as gold or advice on YouTube, Twitter, anything. That's including me. What I'm here to do is give you my opinion of the markets. It's up to you to make your own decision. I've seen some seriously hateful comments. I like to make fun of the bulls. They do it back, all in good fun. It is what it is, whatever. But I mean, there's some really crazy people out there that have, lost a lot of money because they thought they believed the 100K or whatever. You have nobody to blame. Nobody to blame but yourself. You're the only one that made the decision to buy or long or whatever, short, sell, whatever. You are the only one that makes that decision. So you see tons of anger right now. That just means a lot of people lost a lot of money. So anyways, let's go over the Wall Street cheat sheet and Euphoria. Let's start there. Well, we're gonna run through the whole thing before we go over the charts real quick. Sorry if that's gonna take too long for you guys, but that's what I'm gonna do. So disbelief before it all starts. This rally was fake like the others. Hope recovery is possible. Then you get optimism. This rally is real. Then you get belief. Time to get fully invested. Then you get the thrill. I'm gonna buy more on margin. Gonna tell everybody to buy. Then euphoria, I'm a genius, we're all going to be rich. In other words, right up in this area, everybody was for sure we were going to 100,000. Some were saying 300,000, million, whatever. And then you had the big drop, the first drop. Then everybody, even though this rise went a little bit higher, if you go look at it on I can't even think of the name of it right now. Sorry. But anyway, after that, we had the big rally, the euphoric ABC correction that I was looking for, but it went higher. Obviously, it came up and broke the old high. It did not do that in GBTC or whatever. But it did on Bitcoin. But anyways, so complacency, we need to cool off for the next rally. Pretty much that's where everybody's, I think we're in complacency right now. Could be anxiety. Why am I getting margin calls? This dip is taking longer than expected. And then you get denial. My investments are, that's another thing, with listening to people, you got a lot of people out there saying, just hold, it'll go up. It always does. It always did. It doesn't mean it always will. That's just fact. It does not mean that it's guaranteed to go up. I just want to put that out there. It could definitely continue up, forever and go to $1 million or whatever. That is a possibility, but it's not a guarantee. So, and I think a lot of those people don't think of who they're talking to. There's a lot of people watching these videos that don't have a lot of money and they're putting all their money into this stuff. That's, a lot of people are in different situations. You got to look at the situation you're at financially, and everything before you make any moves in any markets, guys. So I just wanted to put that out there. Be cautious and be careful. Don't rely on what someone says like this. They say it's going to just keep going up forever. That's a possibility, but it's a possibility it doesn't also. Anyways, let's take a look at this chart. This is the macro. I do have the fib lines on here. This is from beginning to end with Bitcoin. Now, a lot of people are saying, that this could be wave 4 and we go up higher. That is a possibility. But, everybody before this happened said that we're in 4-year cycles, right? So we had this high back here in December of 2013. Then we had our halving. And then we had our high in 2017, December. Then we had our halving. Then we had our high here in November. So that one wasn't quite December, close enough. But now they're saying this year we can get a new all-time high. But if we're in a 4-year cycle, that doesn't work out. So then they want to call it a lengthening cycle. Well, I have talked about this for quite some time. First, I want to go, this is the 2-day. Let's go into the daily chart and look at the next fib level that I'm looking at. We talked about it quite a bit last week. It's down here about the 31.2 to 31.8 range. I still think it's a good chance we get down to this range and get a bounce. If we break below this and make it resistance, then it's going to get pretty ugly pretty quick. But so everybody says it can't go back down past the old all-time high, which is 20K. So everybody is certain that 20K will hold. It does not have to hold, guys. If you look at this, I've talked about this being a possible 10-year cycle, a longer cycle. So if that's the case, wave 1 is way down here. Or if you want to, actually, it's way over here at like 1200. Not saying we're going to go that low. But if this is wave 1, there's 5 waves. I have them all counted out in there. And then we have an ABC correction, which is wave 2. And then we have wave 3, 5 waves in wave 3. That was the 20,000 top. And then we had an ABC correction. And after that, 5 waves. Now, like I said, we could be in 4 and 5 still continues up. But that could have been the end. 5 only has to break wave 3 here. And this means nothing if that Elliott wave count is correct, because we can come all the way back down into this range. And I've talked to you guys about this is Amazon during the .com bubble, and people always say you can't compare it. Well, it's a pattern. It's a bubble pop pattern, and it is. I've been talking about this since way up here. I drew this all in here, and everything seems to be playing out to the T. Once we broke below this 55 EMA over here, we came back up and never crossed it again. Well, our 55 EMA right now is laying around 43,500, which would line up with the orange line if we went up for the next couple weeks. That would pretty much invalidate this chart if we break back above all the EMAs here. We'll see what happens, but it's looking pretty identical, guys. We had the hidden bearish, or I'm sorry, the bearish divergence up here, just like we had back here. And if you look at this peak to this peak, we had a lower peak in these 2 peaks. The second peak was lower. And if you look at these peaks right here, the second peak was higher. That's the 2 peaks right there. If you look over here, here's the first peak right there. And then we had the second peak lower, which was higher here. Just like we had over there. This one obviously was higher. It doesn't play tick for tick. And then we had this right over here, this ABC correction that we've talked about. I'm going to spread that out so you can see it. We had the same thing over here. Let me put this on here. And we'll get into the smaller time frame, guys. Be patient. Don't forget, if you guys enjoy the channel, make sure you take a second out, smash that like button. If you're watching after the live, make sure to leave a comment. I do appreciate it. And give me a follow on Twitter. It's at CryptoSavvy1. Let's see. What was I doing? Oh, ABC. So this was the ABC here. Back in the Amazon bubble. Where it broke the old high right here. And if you look at it right here, what it looked like. This was part of that bearish divergence, right? So if we look at the ABC here. Same thing. Broke the high. And there it was in the RSI. And where we are right now is right into this. So if it does play out similar to this, this could be years. And I told you guys, it was 10 years before Amazon broke the all-time high again. So if it was to play out that way, it could be a very long time. And we could go pretty low. So if we also go into this, let's just measure where it fell to here. Where is it at? Measuring tools. Here they are. All right, so that's not it. Price range. So let's go from the top of the Amazon bubble to the bottom where it bottomed out. I'm gonna have to move this up a little bit. It was not almost 96%. If Bitcoin was to do the same thing, and again, guys, never underestimate what Bitcoin can do. And I have not changed my opinion on this for a long time. Before I even started making this Amazon chart. So if we was to do that same thing, I mean, you can tell even the indicators are the same. Look at the MACD, all that. But if it went to 90, say 95%, it's about $3,200. Do I think it's going to go that low? Probably not. Do I think we could see under 10K? Absolutely. I absolutely think we could see under 10K. And if it times out like this, like the peaks time out the same, they're both the weekly chart, so I'm not taking an hourly chart and comparing it to a weekly. They're both weekly charts. This took like 660 days or something like that to bottom out. If that was to happen over here, we'd be looking at the mid to end of 2023. Now, like I said, this could end up being bullish, turn around. There is a possibility, guys, but I'm here to show you my ideas and what I'm seeing in the charts and showing you why I think the way I'm thinking. I'm not just calling out stupid numbers because I want to or I want it to go there. I'm showing you what I see in the charts. The good news is, if that was to happen, here is that bubble. Like I said, it took 10 years to break the all-time high, but look what happened to Amazon afterward. Will it happen like that? Who knows? But if you want to look at something super, super bullish, there it is. Let's look at the weekly. So the weekly, we broke below all our EMAs here. We had talked about it. Open and close below this 43.9 would be extremely bad for Bitcoin, and I would expect it to come back down to this 200 EMA. We also were watching the RSI for this rejection, which we got right here. Got rejected pretty hard, came down from there. So I still think there's a good possibility we get down into these ranges. Also, in the daily, this is my chart from a long time ago. We were looking at this rising wedge. Nobody else was looking at it. They wanted to see a falling wedge because they wanted to see bullishness here. But this, I had this drawn in here since way back in October, possibly before then. It was here for quite some time. And we talked about this as it happened and came down here and said if it broke here, it was in major trouble. Well, everybody knows what happened now from there. But the measured move of that gets us to about 23.3. Now, if this is going to be bullish, that would be where I would expect a bounce. If this is just one big wave 4, like a lot of people are thinking, I personally don't think so. It's a possibility, though. So if it was, this would be the area I would look for a bounce. We also, on the daily, we're watching for this RSI rejection here, which we got. As of right now, where is our major resistance? Around 38,253, around 38,250 is our 8 EMA here. This is on the daily. Like I said, we'll go into smaller time frames. 39.8 is our 13 EMA. And then we have our 21 EMA right around 41,000. And then the 55 is going to be around 46. We could get up that high. There's nothing saying we can't, guys. I am not trading right now. I haven't traded since I closed my shorts on Friday. If you remember, I did put in a small long, got stopped out, said I wasn't going to trade over the weekend. I'm not going to trade until I get a clear signal of what's going on here. But you can look at this falling channel in here also. Look for a rejection when it gets back up here. If it does break out of this trend line here and close a daily above that, then, you know, we may go up into the 200 EMA around 48,000 or so. But as of right now, here is the 4-hour chart. This was the channel we broke out of. We hit all our targets, actually went a little lower. I do have these targets down here that I'm watching for now. I may change them up a little bit because I was watching a triangle here. But I put the fibs on here from the top up here. Actually, I'd put the fibs just, where is my, did I put that? Okay. Yeah, I went from the top up here with these fibs here. And if you'll notice, getting to the bottom of this channel again would be around 55.5. So a break above that, then you might want to start looking a little more bullish. But until then, I don't see any reason to be bullish. Be prepared for fake outs. Now, watch this here. We could get up to that 38,470 range. If you look here, sorry, this is all messy. Let me try to clean some of this stuff up. This fib right here, actually, this 55 EMA lines up with this trend line I put off these 2 weeks. If we get up there, it's going to be about 38,470-ish. Look for divergence here. So you would look from this high here. If this RSI goes up higher than this tip here and closes the 4-hour while it's at a lower price, it could even get up to this 0.382 at 40,000, 0.5 at 42.5, which is a lot of confluence in here. But either way, watch for bearish hidden bearish divergence, where you'll have a higher high in the RSI with a lower high. So it had to be lower than 43,261 at a 4-hour close. Below there with the RSI above is going to be a short signal. I may be looking to short that. I'll let you guys know if I do on Twitter and in the Discord. By the way, there's a free Discord link down below. Definitely check it out. It is totally free, guys. Anyways, we got some, let me get, is there any moderators in here that can get rid of the spammers? All right. So anyways, let's get back into it, and we'll go to the 1 hour and see if the 1 hour may flash a bullish signal here if the 21, 13, and 8 EMA cross the 55 with an open and close of a candle after they cross higher than that. But as you can see here, we might be making that hidden bearish divergence and get up to that 200 EMA, which is also around that same price, 38.4 to 38.5. That's the area I'd be watching for a rejection right now. If it gets above that, your next area is going to be that 41.5, 41.6 area. But keep an eye on the 4 hour. We get up to that 38.4, 38.5 range, and you make some hidden bearish divergence while the price is making a lower low and the RSI is making a higher low, would be a good short position. In my opinion, that's what I'll do. You do whatever the hell you want. If you are interested in trading, check out PrimeXBT, by far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you like the scammy exchanges. You can have multiple trades, both longs and shorts, so you can hedge your own trades if you have to. Definitely check it out. There is a link below. You can use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you up to a $7,000 bonus. SAVVY25 will get you 25% off your fees. And down here, there is if you go to my YouTube channel, the main page, you'll see a PrimeXBT tutorial. That'll tell you where to put the promo codes. It'll also tell you how to adjust your margin. Also, there is some other tutorials using EMAs, things like that down here. Definitely check those out. And don't forget to check out my wife's webpage. You'll see that below also, inkyyourimage.com. She has a crypto section. A lot of cool stuff in there, guys. Go check it out. She does all kinds of stuff. It's quality stuff too, not garbage. Juliana, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. So here is the Dow Jones. We did drop below our support. Came back up and rallied at the end of the day. Do I think that's going to hold? We'll see. I honestly don't. We might get another couple more days of rally, with the Fed meeting, blah, blah, blah. We'll see what happens with that. There's no way to know what's going on there, but I think that was bad crossing that right there. The dollar still looks really strong, guys. Looks like it's about to turn back up here and get up to our targets. This is the daily, so this could take a while. Ethereum, now, this is what I was talking about. We talked about, these have been my targets on this chart since we broke here on December 14th, right? We always had this wedge drawn in. We were waiting for a break of this. So that measured move is actually 1850. Our first target was here at 32.25. I told you if that broke, look for that to become resistance, which it did. Then we were looking at 25.59. Look for that to become resistance, and it has. And our next point is about 1850. If that breaks, and we are in that longer term bear market, this could happen easily, possibly lower, but that would be towards the end of 2023. We'll see what happens. And one more thing about that Amazon chart is when that crash happened for Amazon, the dot-com bubble, that was to wash out. It had to wash out all the scams. That's what took so long for it to come back up. It had to get rid of all the crappy dot-com things people were holding and end up selling out. Same thing with shit coins. That's the same thing. It needs washed out of the cryptos. Litecoin. So Litecoin, as you guys can see, we broke our 113. That was a long-term trend line. Broke it, and now it is becoming resistance. As you guys know, bear market prices, I think, are going to be in the $20 range, mid-20s. XRP, same here, guys. We broke our main trend line. We broke it back here, had a fake out, came back up, but once we broke it here, it became resistance. As you guys know, my targets for the bear market for XRP, if we are truly in that bear market, is down in the 20-cent range, possibly lower, guys. So the Lux indicator, this is Lux Algo indicator. I've been playing with it. Like I said, you can make a lot of adjustments on it. I haven't really figured out what adjustments I want to make yet. But on the daily, you can see it makes pretty good calls with the, you can see where it had the strong long signal here, strong short. Don't catch the exact tops and bottoms, but if you'd have played it as these came up, you would have done very well. We haven't got a strong buy signal yet. Also, we are still in this cloud. Last time we came over in this cloud, and this is on the daily. We tried to get back out of it a few times, but ended up staying in it a while. So we may see some sideways action here for a week or so. That is a good possibility. Also, you can see where the resistance is on the Lux Algo. It is around 38.32. I have a link to this down below too if you guys want to check it out. It's with a 20% discount if you use my link. It has a lot of adjustments on it. Like I said, I'm just getting used to it. I'll keep you guys updated. But here's the 2 points of resistance it has. 38.4, which lines up with ours. And then we have 41.9, 42,000. And then our next major resistance is going to be around 46,000 on the Lux. So look for possible sideways action, because if that happens, that'll give this cloud room to come down. So that's what I'd be watching for. Also down here, you'll see these are overbought and oversold on there. So you can see that it threw almost the same signals. So I guess if these would match up, would be a good signal when you get your oversold, or yeah, overbought up here and your oversolds down here. And again, you can adjust these all. This is the daily chart. If we go into the 4 hour, let's switch it up a little bit. Same things. Obviously, the 4 hour, it's a lot quicker trades, but it called them pretty good here. Also, we are still on a strong buy here, but we are getting rejected at 36.855 is the major resistance here. So, all right, let's get back over to charts and get into the chat. So, what's up, guys? Derek said, got my lifetime Lux membership last year, liking it so far, but still playing with it. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty new to it too, so I'm going to play with it for a while, try to get my settings where I like them. Everybody's settings are going to be different depending on how you trade and what you're looking for. So, I mean, that's a cool thing about it. There's lots of adjustments to make in it. Hey, Savvy, everyone. The PrimeXBT exchange is restriction for US. If open an account using VPN, which country should I use? Technically, I can't tell you that, but that's all on you. Join the free Discord down below if you haven't already. There's a CME futures gap at 18,000. There's a lot of futures gaps. I actually have a I don't think I have it up right now. I actually have a chart of them all. And there's actually one down at about 36, I think it's 3600. Chief, do you think we'll get a bounce before we get to 23? Yeah, it's hard to say. I would expect a bounce, but guys, you got to remember too, when everyone's expecting a bounce, sometimes that bounce doesn't come. If you were here in 2018, right here, we had all this resistance. So in 2019, everybody thought it was going to take forever to break this 6,000 resistance, and it cut through it like butter. So you got to be prepared for either way, guys. There's no guarantees in any market. Nobody knows exactly what the market's going to do. Everybody has their ideas, but nobody knows. And that's why I said if you follow what anybody says and you lose, that's on you, nobody else. I'm here to show you my opinions and show you how I read the charts and what I do with them. And you guys follow along and then, learn to chart your own. Charting and then trading the charts are two different things. Learning the chart is what you need to do first, and then you got to develop your strategy. And there is no cookie cutter strategy that one person can use the same strategy and just keep winning. That's not how trading works. That's why I don't believe in the sell courses. Russ said, I use Lux. It's okay. Hey, Savvy, thank you for your channel. Doing a great job. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, S Hall. Thanks for sharing your mind. Just wondering who controls the market maker. See, there's another false narrative. Guys, a lot of these guys that are making videos and stuff don't even really understand markets, man. They've got into Bitcoin and that's all they know is Bitcoin. There's a lot more going on than that. Learning traditional markets first helps a lot. That's how I came into it. Always keep an eye on traditional markets. I've always said on this channel, if the traditional markets go in a true bear market, Bitcoin has no chance of holding up. It can't. It's been since Bitcoin's creation, the stock market has just been in a full bull market the whole time, and it's still corrected 95%. So keep that stuff in mind. Thanks, Savvy, for being a good human being to us noobs, throwing all of our money in listening to these influencers. They got 10x ago. Yeah, but like I said, you got plenty of time to learn. Markets aren't going anywhere. Don't just jump into markets blindly. Go crazy, guys. And like I said, if you start an account, a trading account, PrimeXBT, they have contests. You can join for free money, just play money, but you can actually win real tradable money if you win the contest. But it's a great place to start and get used to how to put longs in, shorts, and that's if you want to learn to trade. I mean, doesn't cost you anything, and you get some good experience, and you can actually, if you win the contest, you win money. A guy in our group actually won twice. I think it was $3,500 each time. And again, no risk to you because you're not using real money. And then if you start to get good at it and do good, don't put in your life savings and try to trade it. Start out with $10. If you can't grow that $10, you're not going to be able to grow $10,000. It's pretty simple, guys. Get a strategy. Taught me patience in the markets. Patience is key, man. I talked to a guy that's part of our Discord, and I've known him for a while since I started my channel. He came out to one of our first meetups, and he called me today, and we were talking about trading. And you don't have to trade every day. Wait for the bigger, longer setups. That is what I found the easiest, the swing trades. Trading the hour and a 15-minute chart, that's just time consuming, stressful, but to each their own. I mean, if that's your strategy, that's your strategy. But sometimes you may only get, one trade in 3 months. You might only get, depending on how you're trading. But don't just trade to trade. Please do Shibu. Shibu is over, bro. Shiba. We went over that in the members video yesterday. Patience is key. Here, travel is launching. Pancake. I'd stay away. stay away from shit coins, guys. I mean, you can make a lot of money off them. I'm not saying you can't, but they are garbage. You know, they're like playing the lotto. Might get a winner. I see too many people trade to trade and just get wrecked. Right. Do I see another rally? There could definitely be a rally to get people. They need liquidity as a sell, and if they can get it to pump enough to get people to pump or to get in, they need people buying so they can sell higher. So that's why I was getting back to the market makers. Somebody asked me about that. Sorry. They're not a group of people that communicate or sit in a huge office and control where they will want the market to go. That's not how market makers work. They work for the exchanges, and they do trades and keep liquidity for the exchanges. That's all they do. They're not like, they don't know where the market's going. They don't care if it goes up or down. They just got to keep liquidity so people can keep trading. That's all it is. That's all a market maker does. You could be one. Go take a couple tests. Go to Wall Street. I think it's like 30 grand, and you could be a market maker. They don't, man, that's what I mean. The inexperienced people that talk and people believe that they actually know what they're talking about blows my mind. And Google what a market maker is. It's real simple. Google's your friend, guys. Don't believe what people are saying. Yeah, they can see liquidity. That's it. And that's it. They chase liquidity. They don't give a shit where the market goes. Start my new strategy 10 weeks ago, made 400% and have made many FUs along the way. Right on. If you see another rally, we might XRP go to. XRP, to get anything near bullish on there, I would have to see it go above this trend line, which right now lays around 84, 85 cents. To even think about getting bullish. And then you'd have to break this top trend line. That's the main one. And that, depending on how long it took, could be around $1, $7, $5. If it went up pretty quick, it would have to go up pretty quick to break. Yeah, guys, and always take profits, man. I don't know. I just disagree with the people telling people to just hold. It'll go up. It always does. It might, but it might not. Be careful, man. Another thing, I was on a plane a few years ago, and this is what changed my mind a little bit about Bitcoin. And I'm not a Bitcoin hater at all. I mean, I love the crypto market. I love Bitcoin for different reasons than others. But I was next to it was like a representative for Microsoft, and I was talking, and I was excited to ask him about Bitcoin. Because they're high up. They had big accounts. GE was one of his accounts, and there was a couple other ones. So sat and talked to him. We were on a plane ride, and I asked about Bitcoin because, you know, they were into the big stuff. They were handling, making clouds for customers that, you know, they build stuff for customers. So I asked about Bitcoin. What do you guys think about Bitcoin? And he kind of giggled. And he said, blockchain is very valuable. And I said, so, you know, with these companies, does anyone use it? He said a lot of them are using it. And Microsoft actually builds blockchains for their customers for different things already. They've been doing it. So these projects that are promising all kinds of stuff, be careful, be cautious. .com bubble, guys. Market makers are not irritable. They will take your money if you don't pay yourself. Sitting next to 100% agree. Take profit. Don't be greedy. Always protect your capital, guys. Always, always, always. You know, a lot of the people that are super mad are, you know, the ones that were for sure there was 100K and it was going to 100K and it didn't, and they didn't sell when they could have. So now they've I don't know. Crazy. But like I said, I'll never tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to short, when to long. I'll show you what I see and what I'm doing. It's up to you to make your own decisions. I could be wrong. Nobody knows 100% what the market's going to. Nobody. I've said it forever. All right, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to smash the likes before you head out. Also, leave a comment if you're watching this video afterwards. Yeah, give me a follow on Twitter if you haven't already. And make sure you tick that notification bell. If I have something important and put a video out, you won't get notified unless you tick that notification bell. Thanks a lot, guys. You rock. I'm out of here. See you all